Funny money quotes and one-liners you have to read. Funny money quotes. There's nothing like an inspirational money quote that makes you laugh. Here's a collection of 90 of the funniest money quotes I've heard, broken down by the following categories. Funny money quotes about saving money. 1. I'm stuck between I need to save money and you only live once. Anonymous. 2. Staying in bed all day is my way of saving money. Anonymous. 3. Saving is a very fine thing, especially when your parents have done it for you. Winston Churchill. 4. Don't stay in bed unless you can make money in bed. George Burns. 5. Budget a mathematical confirmation of your suspicions. A. Latimer, columnist and poet whose poems have appeared on the editorial page of the Wisconsin State Journal. 6. Rich people have small TVs and big libraries, and poor people have small libraries and big TVs. Zig Ziglar, author of Goals: How to Get the Most Out of Your Life. Funny money quotes about making money. 7. I'm tired of hearing about money. I just want to play the game. Drink Pepsi, wear Reebok. Shaquille O'Neal. 8. I made my money the old-fashioned way. I was very nice to a wealthy relative right before he died. Malcolm Forbes. 9. Do you have any idea how cheap stocks are? Wall Street is now being called Walmart Street. Jay Leno. 10. I've done the calculation, and your chances of winning the lottery are identical whether you play or not. Fran Lebowitz. 11. They were a people so primitive they did not know how to get money, except by working for it. Joseph Addison. 12. October. This is one of the particularly dangerous months to invest in stocks. Other dangerous months are July, January, September, April, November, May, March, June, December, August, and February. Mark Twain, legendary writer and humorist. 13. There are 2 times in a man's life when he should not speculate: when he can't afford it, and when he can. Mark Twain. Funny money quotes from movies. 14. I love money more than the things it can buy, but what I love more than money is other people's money. Other people's money. 15. I like my money where I can see it, hanging in my closet. Sex and the City. 16. It's like we're stealing the same money over and over. In fact, it's not like stealing money at all, it's like recycling. Mad Money. 17. Anybody who tells you money is the root of all evil doesn't effing have any. Boiler Room. 18. The problem we're trying to solve is that there are rich teams, and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us. It's an unfair game. Moneyball. 19. Number 1 rule of Wall Street. Nobody, and I don't care if you're Warren Buffett or if you're Jimmy Buffett, nobody knows if a stock is gonna go up, down, sideways, or in fucking circles. Least of all, stockbrokers, right? Wolf of Wall Street. 20. I had the most absurd nightmare. I was poor, and no one liked me. Trading Places. 21. Peter Gibbons. What would you do if you had $1 million? Lawrence. I'll tell you what I'd do, man. To chicks at the same time, man. Peter Gibbons. That's it. If you had $1 million, you'd do to chicks at the same time? Lawrence. Damn straight. I always wanted to do that, man. And I think if I had $1 million, I could hook that up, 'cause chicks dig a dude with money. Peter Gibbons. Well, not all chicks. Lawrence. Well, the kind of chicks that'd double up on a dude like me do. Peter Gibbons. Good point. Lawrence. Well, what about you now? What would you do? Peter Gibbons. Besides to chicks at the same time? Lawrence. Well, yeah. Peter Gibbons. Nothing. Lawrence. Nothing, huh? Peter Gibbons. I'd relax. I would sit on my ass all day. I would do nothing. Lawrence. Well, you don't need $1 million to do nothing, man. Just take a look at my cousin. He's broke. Don't do shit. Funny quotes about money and greed. 22. When buying and selling are controlled by legislation, the first things to be bought and sold are legislators. P. J. O'Rourke, author of None of My Business. 23. If there is a will, there are 500 relatives. Anonymous. 24. The poor have more children, but the rich have more relatives. Unknown. 25. Someday, I want to be rich. Some people get so rich they lose all respect for humanity. That's how rich I want to be. Rita Rudner. 26. I love money. I love everything about it. I bought some pretty good stuff. Got me a $300 pair of socks. Got a fur sink, an electric dog polisher, a gasoline-powered turtleneck sweater. And, of course, I bought some dumb stuff too. Steve Martin, comedian and author of Born Standing Up, A Comic's Life. Funny money quotes about love, marriage, and sex. 27. It's money. I remember it from when I was single. Billy Crystal, actor in When Harry Met Sally. 28. They say that love is more important, but have you ever tried to pay your bills with a hug? Anonymous. 29. This would be a much better world if more married couples were as deeply in love as they are in debt. Earl Wilson. 30. Love conquers all things except poverty and toothache. Mae West. 31. Some couples go over their budgets very carefully every month, others just go over them. Sally Poplin. 32. Money is not the most important thing in the world. Love is. Fortunately, I love money. Jackie Mason. 33. A father is someone who carries pictures in his wallet where his money used to be. Anonymous. 34. Someone asked me why women don't gamble as much as men do, and I gave the commonsensical reply that we don't have as much money. That was a true and incomplete answer. In fact, women's total instinct for gambling is satisfied by marriage. Gloria Steinem, journalist and writer of My Life on the Road. 35. Money, it turned out, was exactly like sex. You thought of nothing else if you didn't have it and thought of other things if you did. James Arthur Baldwin. 36. If you're given a choice between money and sex appeal, take the money. As you get older, the money will become your sex appeal. Katharine Hepburn. 37. The big difference between sex for money and sex for free is that sex for money usually costs a lot less. Brendan Behan. Funny quotes about money and life. 38. I finally know what distinguishes man from other beasts. Financial worries. Jules Renard. 39. Economists report that a college education adds many thousands of dollars to a man's lifetime income, which he then spends sending his son to college. Bill Vaughan. 40. Money is the best deodorant. Elizabeth Taylor. 41. Money and women are the most sought after and the least known about of any two things we have. Will Rogers. 42. I believe in the golden rule. The man with the gold rules. Mr. T. 43. If you think money doesn't grow on trees, you ain't checking every limb. Chameleonaire. 44. Money frees you from doing things you dislike. Since I dislike doing nearly everything, money is handy. Groucho Marx. 45. I am having an out-of-money experience. Anonymous. 46. I'm so poor I can't even pay attention. Ron Kittle. 47. When a fellow says it ain't the money but the principle of the thing, it's the money. Artemis Ward. 48. Who is rich? He that is content. Who is that? Nobody. Benjamin Franklin. 49. I put $1 in one of those change machines. Nothing changed. George Carlin, comedian well known for his HBO special George Carlin, It's Bad for Ya.
50. From birth to age 18, a girl needs good parents. From 18 to 35, she needs good looks. From 35 to 55, she needs a good personality. And from 55 on, she needs cash. Sophie Tucker.
51. What's your favorite childhood memory? Not paying bills. Anonymous. 52. Most people work just hard enough not to get fired and get paid just enough money not to quit. George Carlin. 53. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. The only color that really matters is green. Family Guy. 54. 90% of my salary I spent on booze and women, and the other 10% I wasted. Tug McGraw. 55. Money is like a sixth sense and you can't make use of the other 5 without it. William Somerset Maugham. 56. Dogs have no money. Isn't that amazing? They're broke their entire lives, but they get through. You know why dogs have no money, no pockets. Jerry Seinfeld. 57. Money doesn't solve all problems, but it could solve my money problem. Anonymous. 58. The quickest way to double your money is to fold it in half and put it in your back pocket. Will Rogers. 59. When people ask me if I have any spare change, I tell them I have it at home in my spare wallet. Nick Arnett. 60. There is a very easy way to return from a casino with a small fortune. Go there with a large one. Jack Yelton. Funny quotes about money and happiness. 61. Money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a yacht big enough to pull up right alongside it. David Lee Roth. 62. People say that money is not the key to happiness, but I always figured if you have enough money, you can have a key made. Joan Rivers. 63. Money won't make you happy, but everybody wants to find out for themselves. Zig Ziglar. 64. Money, if it does not bring you happiness, will at least help you be miserable in comfort. Helen Gurley Brown. Funny money quotes about business, banking, and inflation. 65. They usually have 2 tellers in my local bank, except when it's very busy. When they have one, Rita Rudner. 66. What is the robbing of a bank compared to the founding of a bank? Bertolt Brecht. 67. A bank is a place where they lend you an umbrella in fair weather and ask for it back when it begins to rain. Robert Frost. 68. A bank is a place that will lend you money if you can prove that you don't need it. Bob Hope. 69. If inflation continues to soar, you're going to have to work like a dog just to live like one. George Goebel. 70. Inflation is when you pay $15 for the $10 haircut you used to get for $5 when you had hair. Sam Ewing. 71. If you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. James Goldsmith. Financier, tycoon and politician. 72. I don't pay good wages because I have a lot of money. I have a lot of money because I pay good wages. Robert Bosch, founder of Bosch. 73. It doesn't matter how low the dollar will go, I will always bend down and pick it up. Anonymous. Funny quotes about borrowing and lending money. 74. I am not worried about the deficit. It is big enough to take care of itself. Ronald Reagan. 75. Acquaintance N. A person whom we know well enough to borrow from, but not well enough to lend to. Ambrose Bierce. 76. People are living longer than ever before, a phenomenon undoubtedly made necessary by the 30-year mortgage. Doug Larson. 77. You loan your friend money, you see them again, they don't say nothing about the money. Hi. How ya doing? How's ya mama doing? Man, how's my money doing? Chris Tucker. 78. If there is anyone to whom I owe money, I'm prepared to forget it if they are. Errol Flynn. 79. Always live within your income, even if you have to borrow money to do so. Josh Billings. 80. Blessed are the young, for they shall inherit the national debt. Herbert Hoover. Funny tax quotes. 81. The rich hire lawyers and accountants for a reason to pass the tax bill on to you. George W. Bush. 82. Why does a slight tax increase cost you $200 and a substantial tax cut save you 30 cents? Peg Bracken. 83. What is the difference between a taxidermist and a tax collector? The taxidermist takes only your skin. Mark Twain. 84. I'm spending a year dead for tax reasons. Douglas Adams, author of The Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. 85. The best way to teach your kids about taxes is by eating 30% of their ice cream. Bill Murray. 86. The trick is to stop thinking of it as your money. IRS auditor. 87. Intoxication. Euphoria at getting a refund from the IRS, which lasts until you realize it was your money to start with. Washington Post word contest entrant. Funny quotes about money and financial literacy. 88. What's a soup kitchen? Paris Hilton. 89. I'm so naive about finances. Once my mother mentioned an amount, and I realized I didn't understand. She had to explain. That's like 3 Mercedes. Then I understood. Brooke Shields. 90. A nickel ain't worth a dime anymore. Yogi Berra, author of the Yogi Book and one of the most quoted baseball players of all time. Funny money quotes from musicians, artists and actors. 91. Too many people spend money they haven't earned, to buy things they don't want, to impress people they don't like. Will Smith. 92. Mo money, mo problems. The Notorious B.I.G. 93. I've got all the money I'll ever need. If I die by 4 o'clock. Henny Youngman. 94. I'd like to live as a poor man with lots of money. Pablo Picasso. 95. I have enough money to last me the rest of my life unless I buy something. Jackie Mason. 96. You can't put a price tag on love, but you can on all its accessories. Melanie Clark. Funny money quotes from entrepreneurs. 97. Money is how people with no talent keep score. Martha Stewart. 98. I made my billions by making a series of very good decisions. The first was admitting I was terrible at making decisions. Richard Branson. 99. I find it ironic that the more money you have, the more free stuff you get. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Elon Musk. 100. The quickest way to become a millionaire is to start as a billionaire and then buy an airline. Warren Buffett. 101. If you think I'm rich, you should see my expenses. Jeff Bezos. 102. I knew I was a success when I started getting sued. That's when you know you've made it, right? Mark Cuban. 103. If you want to know your true net worth, try lending money to your friends and see how much comes back. Barbara Corcoran. Funny money quotes from athletes. 104. I don't like money actually, but it quiets my nerves. Joe Louis. 105. I spent a lot of money on booze, birds, and fast cars. The rest I just squandered. George Best. Visit shop.mommoneymap.com for more information.